Good morning, beautiful people. It is Joel McElhaney coming to you live. It is Monday morning, Coffees with Joel. Today I'm going to talk about an interesting study that was done that explains to some extent why we have such a huge housing shortage nationally. So today I'm talking more about the national picture, but I am going to bring it back to local at the end. So stay tuned. So the Financial Post, great publication. There was an article called "The High Cost of Regulation Making Housing in Canada Unaffordable." So what happened is there was a recent report by a think tank called CD Howe, the CD Howe Institute, and they analyzed housing prices and construction costs and concluded that excessive regulatory burden contributed to prices being much higher than the cost of producing new dwellings. So this is kind of an interesting thing. And again, it would be a little bit different in each local market, but the overarching principle was the high cost of development and building new homes and the disproportionate cost of a new home versus an existing home. So they say that the lack of supply, the other issue is the lack of developable land and access to land to develop is something they also pointed out. But I thought this was a really interesting number to quantify just how short the supply is. So, Realizing Housing Supply Shortfalls, CMHC, which is the Canadian Mortgage and Housing Commission of Canada, last year estimated that an additional 3.5 million affordable housing units were needed in Canada to restore affordability. That is a staggering number, which is an additional 2.3 million dwellings that would likely have to be built if the current inadequate rate of construction continues. So Canada will fall short of meeting these ambitious but necessary targets if it continues down the path followed in the past few decades of not really promoting development and making that affordable. So these folks propose that to boost construction, Canada must address excessive regulatory burdens and other factors contributing to market dysfunctions. So that is an interesting thought. I will leave you with that. But I just wanted to talk locally. So some of the things that I'm talking to local builders about is the fact that the cost of materials is higher than it ever has been. The availability of skilled labor and the cost of labor are also contributing to the higher costs that we are seeing for new construction versus an existing home. So all of these factors and municipal regulations preventing you from developing and the high cost of putting in a new subdivision, for example, all these kinds of things really do contribute with the high cost of a new home. And so that puts continued pressure on the existing home market. And it does become an affordability thing. So we do need to kind of be thinking about these things as we go into the future and as we plan and we want to leave this world a better place than we left it. Here are some things to think about and consider. I hope that was helpful and interesting, and until I see you next week, have a great day.